Hi, I'm Stacy, and I said that I would tell you guys my story, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to tell it all because it's over the span of 3 years, but the first year we saw each other progressively from December to September 11th of 2022. And then we were apart for a year. He was in Iowa, engaged to somebody else, but was still contacting me, and I blocked him. At first, I was a rat. You'll understand as I explain that more. But anyway, she started contacting me, and he had assaulted her, and she reached out to me through a social media platform, and I don't get it. The triangles that were created, it's amazing. But anyway, I met him December 27th of 2021 at a really cool place near me. And a lot of things were, hindsight 2020, so out of my character and my behavior. I had said I was temple worthy. I just had been alone for so long, and when I saw him, I thought, oh my gosh, like the heavens opened. I thought he was gorgeous. He had a great personality. He seemed to have the same values that I did. I mean, I guess in all reality, he just told me what I wanted to hear. You know, you don't tell somebody you love them on a first date and say, those are things that you say when you're with somebody. No, that's something that you say only when you truly mean it. Those are very important words, at least to me. But anyway, our first date, I had a couple glasses of wine, and I said I was done. And when I had first met him, he told me, do not ever leave your drink uncovered in a public place. And after I had had a couple glasses of wine, I told the bartender I was done, and he said, she'll have one more. Now, I can't prove this. Look, there's a reason why I can't remember getting from the restaurant to Salt Lake. I have memory of being in a liquor store and then getting to a hotel. Vaguely, a friend met us there and brought drugs, flowers, perfume. I was so love bombed. I dabbled in cocaine when I was in high school. Not gonna lie, it was short-lived, but it was done and over with. But when we were in the hotel, he had gotten drugs, and I thought it was cocaine. And it wasn't until later I found out it was meth. But it was a drug that came with him and went with him. I accept full responsibility for what I did, but I'm tired of being called an ugly druggie. I'm tired of being accused of being somebody that puts drugs up my nose and in my veins. I lost my daughter to a heroin fentanyl overdose in 2016, and that's not something that I want to mess around with. Drugs were also something that we were supposed to clean our acts up, and we were going through the temple. I laugh. I really laugh now because I look like such a fool. You know, we did crazy stuff, and then we went to a bishop and literally sat in front of the bishop and talked about becoming temple worthy and what we had to do to get there. I've been there, but lost that. And I thought that that was something that he truly wanted. I bought him a CTR ring, and he put it on his ring finger, and he was the one that said, let's get married. But I never got proposed to. But on my birthday, hindsight whatever, he said I was going to propose to you. But I got for my 51st birthday a broken pinky, shoved into my cedar chest, and then his hands around my throat on my bed. And when he saw the look on my face, he let go. I threw him out of my house. And how I let him back in, I don't know, other than the fact I have drug tests that there's a drug in my body that I have never done. And when I look it up, all your inhibitions are down, your decision making. It just explains a lot of how I let him back and stay in my life. I got a letter from his doctor that he took me to get Xanax, 120 of them, which I think were going to be used to put in my body at one time, and Vyvanse. But they did a drug test on me, and I got a letter that there was, in fact, drugs in my system that are in the date rape drug. And when I went into the hospital, that also was in my system, and I don't know how. I lost my doctor over that. I never touched the drug, and it was in my system when I got taken by ambulance to the hospital, when I did go into a total psychosis and a full-blown nervous breakdown. But I was missing for 4 hours, and how MDMA got in my system, I don't know. I don't know. As God is my witness, I don't know.